guys, welcome back. Today's been cutting acrylic day, and I decided to do a little bit of my style and a little bit of Sky Collection style. He had a triangle base mount, if you will. I'm just going for this, like this. And that should be sturdy enough because I'm going for a smaller length shaft. Here, let me show you. Here's the shaft, and I've got one end fixed. So I'm going for a smaller base shaft. Oh, did I make it too long? No, it's good. Anyway, yeah, to go inside this beast, which is heavy, but I think the brass and the carbon fiber rod will handle it no problem. And I've been trying to figure out, because I'm using the brass tip like this, which I'm going to polish and make it really smooth, not super sharp, what I should use to back it up. And I'm thinking, what did I do with them? I'm just going to use, I have these glass circles or glass discs. I don't know what the hell I did with them. I've got two of them, and I think they'll go perfect on there and will work good with the brass cylinder. I know Sky uses metal on metal. He showed me a picture of his Maglev wall mount piece, and it looks like he had a piece of curved metal on there, which I thought was kind of odd. But maybe it was just I couldn't figure it out from the picture. And I was thinking about doing that. I was going to get some, in fact, here, let me show you what I was going to do. Let me come over here and get this. I was going to use something like this metal here, because I think that would work really good, because it almost kind of doesn't stick to it, but it won't slide around. And actually, I may still do that. It's non-magnetic. The only thing is I broke the blade on my portable bandsaw, my metal cutting bandsaw. I'm pretty sure I have another blade, but it's like, I don't feel like dealing with that. So yeah, I may still go with this. I don't know yet. Tell me what you guys think. But yeah, so once I take the paper off of that, it'll look a lot nicer, and I'll tack glue everything together. Then I'll drill it and put small screws in. And this one's going to float. As you can see, this one's going to float, and this one's going to be stationary. At least I think it's going to be stationary. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm going to use, well, you guys saw this one. I'm going to use these larger magnets for the shaft. And actually, I even have some bigger ones. What did I do with them? What the hell did I do with them? Oh, I put them right here. Let me see if I can get these off without. I've got some like that, which are pretty big. And then and then I've got some smaller ones that are longer. So the good thing about the way I set this shaft up, everything's press fit. So because the bearing is pressing up against this plastic dick, which is pressing up against this carbon fiber tube, it shouldn't go anywhere. I may have to put some glue underneath the front there, but I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at today. A lot of acrylic cutting. It's a pain in the ass. But my trusty Wen bandsaw goes right through it like nothing if you go really slow. And this type of acrylic on the bandsaw doesn't burn, it doesn't melt. It depends on how fast you go through it, of course. But it doesn't seem to have any issues with it. Of course, I've got to sand all these down because they're really rough. And I use a combination of a diamond pitted file and then a huge rasp file. That's fine. And this monster is really cool. It puts a nice edge on. Let me see if I can show you one of them. Yeah, there we go. Puts a decent edge on there. Anyway, yeah, today is acrylic cutting day. I'll bring you back when I've got more done. All right, welcome back. So I'm finally getting to the glue up. So here's the stationary one. And I cut all the pieces for the floating one, making sure that everything is parallel and square, and this is square, the edges of this is square, at least square enough to work. And that this, I think this is the right one right here. Yeah. And there's the distance, which gives me a little bit of play. Actually, I move it up like that. There it is right there. So yeah, so this is the distance of the rotor. So that gives me plenty of room to play. So I'm doing this guy, and then once the glue really settles, I'll drill some small holes here and here and put some brass screws in. And I'll do the same with this guy, although this guy I can take out after I do it and really clamp it up to screw it up. And then I have to figure out what I'm going to use for the backstop for the brass tip on the rotor. In case you if you don't remember this guy here. So it's a carbon fiber rod or a carbon fiber tube with a brass dowel inside of it. Oh, crap. Yeah, with a brass dowel inside of it. And so it'll sit something like that, although it'll be, obviously down. This guy will be here. Actually, there'll be several of these. I'll probably have to put several on this end, or on each end, not several of these, but several of the separator pieces, these right here, probably just one, to allow, maybe two, to allow the magnet to go past the even point on the outer edge. I think I explained that once before. All right. Anyway, I hope this works out. I think it will. All right, so I got everything glued up, and I'm going to let it sit there for a little while, even though CA glue bonds pretty quickly. While that is sitting up, I'm going to work on what I'm going to put behind the point on the brass rod, what I'm going to use to hold it in place. I'm really favoring this rough metal, although I just realized that coating scratches off. I didn't realize that. Like I said, I've got 2 glass discs. I don't know what the hell I did with them, but they're here somewhere. And then the next thing I'm going to do after I finish this is I'm going to clean up this damn garage, because it is a freaking pigsty. It's driving me crazy. Spilling stuff and knocking shit over and oy, oy, oy. Anyway, it's looking okay so far. I hope it's going to be all right. All right, a nice combination of different drill sizes and this type of brass screw. And it goes in nice and it doesn't crack the acrylic. Last time I tried this, I cracked the acrylic. I don't know if I recorded that. Oh, I was pissed. I was also not taking my time. Oh, and I found the glass. Backings. So it's definitely glass. I don't think it's tempered or hardened, but I'm working on this now anyway. So yeah, cool, baby, cool. Really quick. So drilling acrylic is much different than cutting it with a bandsaw. Drilling it's a pain in the ass, because what happens is, as you're drilling it, the drilled portion wants to work its way out, but because it's acrylic, it bunches up and it comes out, but you have to really go in and out. Yeah, that sounds crazy. You have to go slowly and 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 release the drill a lot to pull out the drilled material. Otherwise, it bunches up inside the hole and actually melts the hole bigger, which is a real pain in the butt. So you also have to hold the drill nice and straight, and you have to go slow. And you have to pull it out to make sure that you get the stuff out. Because unlike metal flakes or even wood that breaks up into really fine pieces, this stuff doesn't. And depending on the type of acrylic you have, it could be a real nightmare. So far, so good, though. Here, I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can do this. So I have to make sure that the drill is very square. Got to take it out constantly. Come on. See, it bunches up and it actually melts on the drill tip. So I have one of the, oh, that's plastic. I have a metal one down here somewhere. Or I take a little pick like this and I try to pick it out, or I flick it out. Anyway, this guy should almost be done. Let me see how deep it is. Yeah. And then I go up to the next size drill, which is the final one. This one makes a lot of weird noise. It scares me sometimes. But you see, it makes these things, these rubber little snake things. And if you don't pull it out and get them out of there, it'll gum up the hole. And then I got to do my countersink like so. And then I can get the screw. Oops. I can get the screw. And these are square head screws. I think these are called Robinsons, or I'm not sure what these are called. But as long as I hear a little squeak, if I have too much squeak, it'll crack the acrylic. And there we go. Voila. And if you're not paying attention, you get the drill stuck in there. God, that pisses me off. I was farting around instead of doing what I was supposed to do. And as soon as it gets stuck, if you don't get it out of there right away, it welds itself to the inside of the hole. So I'm not going to try to drill this out. I'm just going to drill above it and put the screw in and figure out what to do with that some other time. God, that pisses me off. It was so going so well and I jinxed it. And I think you can see, I don't know if you can see by the angle, I wasn't going in straight. That was one of the problems too. So stupid. Dumb error. All right, there we go. Not too bad. I was able to hit it and it kind of knocked most of it out. And then I just drilled below it where I should have been anyway, closer to the edge there. All right, now let me get the other side bottom and then the two outside corners. And that one will be done. And then we work on the other one. All right, there we go. Not the prettiest setup in the world, but it'll work. So this is only temper. I just put that there just to make sure I had the right size. But yeah, this will go back and forth like that, like it's supposed to. This is going to get either glued or screwed on there, depending on how I have to do it. I think I'll have to put maybe one... maybe, let me get I'll have to see how many spacers I'll need to put in there. Probably several spacers. I thought I could get away with just a couple, but I think I'm going to need, yeah, I'm going to need quite a few. That's all right. I printed out a bunch, but I'll need to print out some more. And that's not count, so that'll work like that. That's not counting what I'm going to put up against here, like the glass, the little glass piece. So, but I printed out a bunch at 1 and 2 millimeters to shim my way up. I'll probably sandwich it like that. And then that guy, I'll have to, yeah, I'm going to have to print some more out. I thought I had enough, but I don't. So back to the printer. Stay tuned. Oh, actually, what I could do is, at least on this one, I could cut a circle out of this or router out an indentation, which I'm probably going to do anyway for the glass piece. Because I can do it with this one. This one I could do it. Actually, I should do it on both of them. I could. This one will come off, I believe. I didn't glue it down. But yeah, I can router out a circle. I should have done that beforehand, but you know, I do everything backwards. But I thought about it and I decided against doing that. I don't know why, but now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably do it. At least deep enough for the backer, the glass backing. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, stay tuned.